Okay, this is a short video on fuses. KZ1000 has a few fuses. Right here I have a voltmeter. I have tools. This is a fuse removal tool. If you don't have one of those, just take some pliers, needle nose pliers, and tape, electrical tape on the end. Alright. Okay, now let's pan over here. Okay, I'm going to turn on the ignition. See the lights work? We have lights in the front, lights in the back. Okay, the brake light works. Watch the brake light. Brake light works. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the ignition. Okay, here's the fuse box right here. Beneath the seat, I've removed the seat to make it easier. Okay, here's the fuse block. The very first fuse I'm going to deal with, I'm going to take out and show you. Okay, so let's see what this fuse does. I'm going to turn the ignition back on. Okay, the ignition turns back on, but the lights don't work. So that must be the lighting fuse. Okay, in order to check the fuse, on the voltmeter we have this section. If you look real close, there's a little symbol right there. It looks like a horseshoe. Looks like a horseshoe. Get real close. That's the ohm symbol. That's a resistance measurement. Basically what we're measuring on a fuse is a measure of resistance. I'm going to hold this in the center. Now, this is a symbol for infinite resistance. These two probes aren't touching. Okay, now when they touch, there's no resistance. See how the voltmeter turns to zero resistance? And then when I separate them, back to infinite resistance. Okay, now I'm going to check, see if there's continuity between the two ends of the fuse. Let's look at the gauge. Oh, zero resistance. So that tells me this fuse is a closed loop. So it works. It's an operating fuse. Doesn't need to be replaced. Okay. Now there's another fuse I want to look at real quick. That seems to be a very common fuse that we're having trouble with. So I'm going to take out the fourth fuse in that block. See, I have it right here. I'm going to turn on the ignition and absolutely nothing happens. I have no starter, no lights. So this must be the main fuse to the entire circuit. I'm going to replace this fuse. Go back to the ignition. Ah, it works again. So now another point I want to make. Never test a fuse while it's installed. When a fuse goes bad, there's usually a short in the system. That means somewhere in the system there's contact being made. So when you test a fuse when it's installed, that fuse may be open in the middle, but it would show no resistance because that short somewhere down the line is connecting, making the fuse look like it's okay when it's not. So you have to remove the fuse in order to test it. So if there's any questions, this first fuse is lighting. The second fuse is control system. The third fuse is the, I'm not sure what the third fuse is turn signals. Fourth fuse is the main circuit to the from the battery. And this fifth circuit is it's a police, all the police electronics that go with the vehicle and any accessories. The voltmeter is required to do this. You can get these for 20 bucks, 15 bucks at the auto parts store. You don't have to get the expensive one, just enough. This is a more expensive one. This is about $70, but you can get them for about 20 bucks at AutoZone or what have you. All you need to do is measure resistance across the circuits, and that's it. And check your circuits out. Anything extra you can read up on later. And that's it for the fuse video. Thank you very much.